Okay, so I was about to start talking about why I like the black powder revolver, and I got cut off. So half of the reason why I like this gun is not as what it is for being black powder, but as a gun, is because as a kid I grew up playing with a cap gun that looked very much like this. It had the load lever and everything. And, watching the outlaw Josie Wales helps. This is a real gun in my mind. In some ways, it has to be loaded correctly, and you have to know how to use it. And it's a lot different of a thing. But I put it to you that this one is one of the few that's actually been set up right for self-defense in the 21st century. My sights are considerably better. My grips are perfect. The grips are blackened with a torch and then beeswaxed. They're perfect. The blade on here is a OSS lapel dagger. This is after you run out of the bullets. Sorry. I had been talking for like 5 or 6 minutes when I realized that the camera was off. At least it ended at a somewhat good point where I was bitching about something. So, this bitch, you get a really good trigger. It's one of the advantages with any single action. The other advantage you get with a single action is that if you do run out of bullets, you have a club. I could fucking kill somebody with just throwing that at them. And is that heavy? Yeah, a little bit. It's not that bad. The full-size ones are worse. And this is a Navy, not an Army, so we lost some material and weight in the grip, which I think is an advantage. I think most people thought that was an advantage, and that's why they went to this grip on the 1873 Colt single action. This model would be called a Colt U.S. Marshal. I think that's pretty slick. This is a Colt U.S. Marshal. Let's see some shit. I think that's dope. This thing could definitely be a movie prop. Honestly, I should take pictures of all my guns and send them to a movie prop house. I'm going to do that. I would kill to be able to make guns in movies. It's one of those things that, I never even tried to do that because I wouldn't live in California. Now they're actually starting to do stuff here in Oklahoma, though. So that actually is perfect. I don't know. I don't know who is around here doing that sort of a thing. I could think of one company, but they wouldn't hire me because I used to work there. Long story. We had a disagreement. It was mutual. He told me that he threw a cat into a basketball goal in January and then left it there and came back the next day and it was frozen. After having revealed to me that he was many, many other things and didn't like gay people and a lot of other shit. And man, I was a little upset. I didn't leave in the best way, and so I can't do that. But at the same time, there's got to be someone else who's going to be doing that shit here. And believe it or not, that person still likes me enough that they would recommend me to work at other places. That's crazy, isn't it? So what happens when you do a really good job? And this is half of the thing is no one does a really good job anymore because it doesn't benefit you to. No one pays you enough to actually do a really good job. They pay you enough to not give a damn. Okay, for example, when I worked at AMC Theaters, I was going to school every day of the week, and I was working there 5 nights a week. And then in the summer, they added a day shift too. And then when that day shift started happening, it was I got scheduled open, close, or closed and open a lot. So like, I got to go get 8 hours sleep and come back the next morning. Well, I worked there for a long time. And when they started that shit, I quit. I went into the manager of that place and I had a bit of a fucking altercation. I said, you can fix this or I'm leaving. And they said, well, you have to put in 2 weeks notice. Like, well, then consider this it. Like, this is, a lot of people aren't like that. Everyone thinks that they have you over a barrel, that you have to keep working for them. You do not. You can choose to go be poor. That's kind of what I'm doing. Like, eventually we're going to have some sort of fucking free money coming in from the federal government probably. That's, at this point, that's probably what they're going to do, universal basic income. And that would keep me from fucking rioting, I guess, because then I could pursue other things. Maybe. Like, that's a maybe. That's if universal basic income is enough money to actually do anything with. That's going to destroy us. And like, whenever they start doing universal basic income, you need to take that money and start buying land with it. Flat out telling you that. By that point, there won't be any land for sale, though. That's the sad part, right? I don't know. Maybe things will change. I hope the election goes well. And I hope things in the Ukraine calm down. But, like, that's not going to happen. I really think they're going to steal the election again. And they're going to take us to fucking war with Russia because they want to make money. Like, this is half of the thing is America doesn't need to make money. The billionaires that like to fucking blow through it need to make money. All we are is a fucking slave class to the likes of Elon Musk and Morgan Stanley and shit like that. Here soon, it's going to be time that the slaves are going to take over. And the only way that ends is communism at this point. I hate to tell you that, but with the way the youth is, I think that's a given. It's a foregone conclusion. Now, I say that, but like, there is me. There is, Blazer, New Thomas Edison, handful of other people I know. And like, people will eventually resent the system. But like, we are at a point in the fucking like river of the United States where this is a real low period that is starting. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing. But I'm hoping to keep setting my shit up to live cheaply better, basically. If you want to know how to be poor, go buy a DVD player. Okay? Instead of fucking paying Netflix and Amazon and whatever, what I do now is I pay for Hulu / Disney Plus because they come together, and YouTube because I like to watch it. That's all the TV I have right now. And I only buy DVDs because they're cheap. And, yeah. As a result, if I needed to not have Hulu and shit tomorrow, I could cancel that shit. Because I have a big thing of DVDs. Like, if I just want to watch something, we got shit to watch. I enjoy being able to watch the news and being able to, like, watch a couple of shows that I like on Hulu. And then Disney Plus, honestly, I don't watch that much anymore. I used to watch all of their streaming shows. I don't see a reason to now. I'm excited for Mandalorian Season 3. I did not watch Obi-Wan Kenobi or Andor. So basically at this point, I keep Disney Plus because it's $7 and it has a lot of content on it. And I really do like some of their old shit. And I do go in there frequently and watch old animation. And that, in a nutshell, is why Disney Plus is always going to be successful. It seems plain to me that many of the conspiracies of our world are true. Anyway, hope you dig the revolver. I went with a plain, like, glow-in-the-dark dot over a tritium. And the reason I did that is because I was sanding this to fit. And I did not want to find out that tritium vials explode when heated. Which, dollars to donuts, I bet you is a thing. Like, I don't know everything about everything, but some of my random esoteric knowledge, like, keeps me alive sometimes. I'm curious to know if that would have done that or not, but this thing can glow in the dark if you need it to, and it's a big yellow fucking golf ball on there, which, you know, for the kind of gun that is, I think it's perfect. This is a gun for defending yourself at close range. Anyway, I really dig this gun just because of some childhood shit, and I don't know what else I talked about, but that's what's on my heart as of late. This is everything we've been talking about here. That's why I wanted to finish the fucking video. I guess I'm just going to make this part 2, because I don't know. It saddens me that things are hopeless enough in America that I'm packing a fucking black powder revolver. And if you watched all of this, you get that that's a pretty hopeless fucking state, really. It means you think you're going to go to prison. Or at least the propensity of you having to do something to defend grandma that's going to send you to prison has gone way up. And like, this is something I might talk with my grandma about. Like, if it's between you dying and me going to jail, which one hurts our family worse right now? I don't know the answer to that question. But like, this is where the world is at because of you fucks. That's how I see it. It's the cowards that let these people get away with what they do that are responsible. All that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. And you are doing nothing. Therefore, you're not good men.